Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil. I'm training for a marathon PB currently, and I'm trying to get a personal best in the marathon at the age of 48. That's what I've been training for the last year, and everything is going to plan, everything's going as it should do. In marathon training plans, there's always a couple of little setbacks here and there, and I've had a few of them myself. But I've just finished my long run this morning. My last kind of long run, I did 20 miles this morning. It's very windy and it's a little bit cold in Dublin. But I got through the 20-mile run, or the 20-mile run this morning. Went pretty well, all things considering. Last week I had a little bit of an injury with the foot, and that pain was there. Kind of came back about, once I got up around 20 kilometers into the run, I started to feel it a little bit, but it was manageable. It was nothing too worrying. So I don't think it's going to be an issue come race day, at least I hope it's not. But I just thought I'd give some of my reflections on the training. I did a very big marathon training plan this year. I started quite early. I did what I did last year. I did 2 or 3 weeks of marathon training plan before I went on my summer holidays back in July. And then once I came back from summer holidays in July, I started back into it again from the beginning, where I ran 16 weeks. So it was 16 weeks ago. Well, it's 14 weeks now since I got back from the holidays. Actually, no, it's 16 weeks because I had a 16 weeks plan, but I kind of took 2 weeks out of that because I had the Dublin Marathon in the middle of it. So I didn't count the week before and the week after the Dublin Marathon as my actual marathon training plan because I didn't stick to what was on my program then. But for the rest of it, I pretty much stick to it and added to it a little bit. So did a little bit more volume than last year, ran a lot more marathon pace miles than last year, and all the interval sessions and tempo sessions went pretty well. So far, it's been a very kind of good experience. One of the things that you almost never hear people talk about when they talk about their training and how it went, and it's really the thing I want to talk about today, is that when you're doing your training, okay, so when you've been at it for a while, you obviously get the cardiovascular effect and the fitness and the strength comes. But coming with that as well, and you should be aware of it if you are training for a marathon, is that you get a belief in yourself that you can run at the particular paces that you've set yourself. It's weird, it's hard to explain it. You know from your body what it is you can do. So when I'm on the long run this morning and I'm cruising along at whatever pace, I now know that running at marathon pace, or the goal pace that I want to do, which is 4:22 per kilometre, which would be a 3:05 marathon, I now have the belief that I can do that. I've went into marathons before where I've wanted to run at a particular pace, and I didn't quite have the belief that I could do it. I kind of thought I could because I went through jumped through all the hoops in the training plan. But when I got to the end of the plan, kind of didn't really have the knowledge or the belief that I could do what it was that I was setting out to do. But this time it's different because of how I've done my long runs, my structured runs, and how I've done my interval sessions during the week, and then my overall volume on top of that. I now have the belief, real belief, that I can actually run at the pace that I say that I want to run in order to get this PB at the Valencia Marathon. And that's something that you almost never hear people talking about when they're talking about their training plans. Like, people talk about, consistency, which is super important. They'll talk about getting the interval sessions done, the long runs. They'll talk about making sure you're getting your strength and conditioning in, your mobility, your stretching, which is all true. But you've got to think about your belief system as well. And you've got to believe in yourself. But it's not just a case of just, oh, you know what, I believe in myself. I could walk along here and say, I believe in myself that I could do a sub 3 hour marathon now. If I was saying that, I wouldn't be being true to myself, because I don't think I have that fitness. I don't think I have that strength, and I certainly don't have that belief. But if I thought about doing a 3:05 marathon, I certainly do have that belief now this year. Last year when I went to Valencia to try and do 3:05, I didn't quite have that belief in myself that I could do it, but now I do. And that comes as a result of making sure that you follow your training plan, making sure you get the appropriate volume, doing the interval sessions and doing the long runs, and just making sure you tick all the boxes. And one of the things that I've done this year that I've talked about on this channel already is that I didn't force it, I didn't stress it. I done all my sessions really well. I managed them really well. I didn't push myself the way I used to in the past and kind of force myself out the door to run at faster paces than I want, because I was always thinking more is more, but sometimes more is less. Because if you go out one week and you really push the hard interval sessions and really hurt yourself doing them, it means then when you come you might have had a lot of energy doing that and felt good doing it, but sometimes the following week then, when you don't have the energy, you don't have the enthusiasm, you go out the door then and you're left with a lot of kind of pessimistic thoughts, because you can't now push to the degree that you were doing the week before, and you feel like you're letting yourself down. So what I've done this year is I've just stuck to my plan. I've pushed on a little. I haven't forced it. If when I got to the end of if I had 1 or 2 reps left in the end of the session and I felt like I had good energy, which happened to me quite a bit, then I pushed it on a little bit. But I didn't do, the maxing out from the start to kind of go hard or go home sort of efforts. It was much more controlled. It was much more enjoyable. It's probably the word that I want to say. And overall, the training plan has went well. It has been long, and I have to say I am really looking forward to finishing now. Having done Dublin, like I said, I went into the Dublin Marathon and didn't really plan to race it like the way I did. And that has, I wouldn't say it put a span on the works. I definitely enjoyed it. And look, if you're enjoying something, you're enjoying it. Just go and enjoy it. I've done too many of these now to kind of look back and kind of berate myself for something I've done. But I did enjoy Dublin. I loved the training runs with the crew that I was running with. I love going up coaching the club. I love being part of the fact that we were all in kind of a group together. So I really enjoyed it. But it has been, since Dublin finished, it's been a bit tough to get out and do the long runs. The week after Dublin, I did 30k on myself, just easy. That was fine. The following week, I did 4 times 5k at marathon pace. That was a tough run. I remember doing that, but I got through it. It was grand. Last week, I went out and I had that injury, so I had to get the train home because I just couldn't. And then today, I did 15 kilometers at marathon pace effort, and it was really windy today. It was cold and windy. It was a sunny morning, but it was cold and windy. And I remember early on that run, I was just giving anything for it to end. It's just like I just needed to be done. It was the last long run, and I think probably because I knew it was the last one, I just wanted to get it over. And when I did, I went out for lunch with my son and just had some good food and chilled out. But it was good. Would I recommend doing it again? Probably not. I certainly wouldn't have the 2 marathons that close together. I think had I went into Dublin and just done, when I signed up for Dublin, the plan was just to run it in like 3:20, and had I done that, I probably would have been fine. But because I kind of got myself in really good fitness and decided to go for the PB in it, I've put probably a little bit more pressure in on the system than what I should have in terms of getting ready for Valencia. But like I said, I don't have any regrets. I enjoyed it, and hindsight is a wonderful thing. If I went back now and you asked me to do it all again, I wouldn't change anything that I did this year. I think I had a really good year running. I really enjoyed it. My goal for the year was to get a PB in any race. I thought that was going to be the marathon, but actually I've already got it in the half marathon. So overall, it'll turn out to be a positive year, really good in terms of running. If I get the PB in Valencia, which I'm pretty sure I will, barring a disaster, I should be able to get around and get myself a PB. And if I do, then I'll be really, really happy. I'll be really happy anyway. The year of running went really well. I've got myself a lot fitter than I thought I ever could. And I'm looking forward to doing some different stuff next year. I'm not sure yet what the goals are going to be for next year. I'm not even thinking about it. I just want to get Valencia out of the May. I know I want to do a little bit more cycling next year. A little bit more cross training. I might work on just getting a faster 5k and 10k, which is something that I never thought I would say I would do, but I might do that. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't really thought about it, really what I'm going to do until I get Valencia out of the way. I'm really looking forward to Valencia. I can't wait to get there now. It's going to be fantastic. There's loads of people who I know are going over. So I just think walking around Valencia is going to be great, because there's going to be so many people that I know in the running community there. So that'll be good. And that's pretty much it for the recap on how the journey went. It was fantastic. There was some long weeks, there was some hard weeks. There was a lot of running done, a lot of running. I've done more volume this year than I've done before. I think I had 2 or 3 weeks where I was above 90, like near enough to 100 kilometers, and maybe another 5 weeks where I was above 80. Last year I only had 1 week where I was over 80. So yeah, overall good. And like I said, volume is always the thing that matters most. So that's what's probably given me the most confidence. On this channel as well, there's a membership to this channel if anybody wants to join up. I think I have it set at €6.99, that's euros a month. And what I'm going to start doing on that is I'm going to start putting up one video each week, just addressing anybody who has any questions about any sort of fitness, health, running on that. And I'll also add into it I'll probably do that once a month, and I'll also add into it as well all the little movement snacks I do. So I'll stick up a couple of videos where I do my 15 minutes of kettlebells, 15 minutes of Dynaband, 15 minutes of stretching, 15 minutes of mobility. There's loads of stuff that I've been doing over this year that has allowed me to get really fit and really fast and really improve my metabolic fitness. So I'm gonna start adding them to that channel. If anybody's interested in following along, you could join for a month and have a look, and you know, the videos are all there. Well, they will be there. Yeah, and you can end the membership anytime. You can go in and just look at the videos, get a few tips and ideas if you want, and then just straight away cancel. But just to let you know, that's what's there. That's what I'm going to be kind of promoting on the channel moving forward. A little bit of extra stuff on the membership side, and then from there I will be in the new year. I'll have a new course that I'll be using online in terms of helping people get fitter, faster, improve their running, and therefore their metabolic fitness. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching along. There'll be a few more videos next week, and I'll get a live stream as well. In the meantime, guys, you know what to do. Run far, run fast, most of all, run sensible.